can make me laugh.
All right.
I like having fun. Yes, I like to laugh.
Are we on TV?
I like having fun to meet people who laugh.
Come on! Woo! Yeah! Oh, wow! Good morning, everybody! Let's get some visual on me. Let's see me. The people want to see me. They don't want to see Stand By. They want to see the master, Tim Heidecker, the inventor of comedy, the destroyer of comedy, the destroyer of humor. Good morning, everybody. It's Tim Heidecker. We've got a huge show for you today. Shut up. All right, boys. That's enough of that. We must be. I'm gonna look. Diddle-deep. I'm checking. Diddle-deep. How are we coming in? Are we coming in clear?
I think we're off.
Check. I'm in.
No, you're in.
Am I on there?
You're in there.
I don't hear myself.
You don't hear yourself. Cool.
You deleted.
Listen, we've had
my lapper.
The laptop's down.
The laptops are down for sure.
Nice.
I had to stop you, to calm you down.
Turn it up.
We have, obviously, we're starting about 10 minutes late today. We had just a tremendous amount of technical problems, all different kinds of technical problems. We had issues with the mixer. We had issues with YouTube on the YouTube side. And it's fitting because this Sunday, folks, we celebrated the fourth anniversary of a little show called Office Hours. And I went down into my Facebook files and found the first broadcast. Listen to this, Doug. Listen to this, Vic.
Hi.
Everybody, we are live, and it's the very first attempt at office hours.
We're still attempting it.
I know. Why do I sound like I'm like 17 years old here?
And I'll be open here for the next several minutes. And we can talk about what's going on. Let's see.
That was it. That was the beginning of what has become a legendary broadcast, a legendary experience. We've grown this incredible community over 4 years. We've switched many formats. Of course, I believe we introduced Doug to the picture first. Then Vic came in separately, independently. And we've had nothing but success since. And today's a great example of that. Folks, we have on the show today Jason Dill. Where's your pickle drops, Doug? Come on.
Give me 1 sec.
A famous skateboarder. I don't know. I'm curious about how people become famous skateboarding. What the hell's that about? It seems like we should be sent to juvie for skateboarding. We also are going to talk to Jason Dill. And later, Jason Dill.
I'm good.
And we got Jenny Lewis later in the show. We're going to talk to one of my favorite oddballs out there, Robin Cooper is going to be calling in. Robin Cooper, a lot of comedy heads know what I'm talking about there. And something else that I can't talk about. Anyways, what should we do, Matt? Should we jump? Should we skip something because we're late, or should we just stay with the plan, Matt, producer Matt?
There's so much fun, good stuff. I don't want to skip anything.
There you go.
Let's just run 10 minutes late. What's the big deal, right?
To the timesheet.
Excuse me, Vic?
Sorry, I'm just saying. Offering my advice.
What do you
I'm
say?
like Dylan. He wants to just stick to the plan, and if we go late, we go late. I guess I'll have to cancel my lunch. Got big lunch plans today. Gonna head to the west side, take a few meetings. People just want to know very quickly.
Great American food.
What's our Patreon count at the moment so we can do an update? I want to do this at the beginning and the end of the show. See if we can. I think it was at 2,147 this morning. And let's see if we can get it to 4,000 during the course of the show today. Okay, folks?
I want a cookie.
Of course, the merch is still available. We've got T-shirts, mugs, and if you order now, you get a free sticker with that. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you can get a discount, get all those things together at once with a signed free post. Excuse me, signed free postcard.
Need I say much more?
Let's get through the City of the Day very quickly, folks. City of the Day coming to you courtesy of
City of the Day.
myself and the Office Hours family.
City of the Day.
City of the Day is sponsored by Vistaprint. Vistaprint business cards. It's not really.
I think
But
really.
no. City of the Day is, the reason I said that, the City of the Day is Vista, California. Vista, Vista was founded in 1882, incorporated in 1963. 1963 is the year the Beatles formed and became a charter city in 2007. Vista is ranked as the, this is interesting. Listen to this, Vic. Vista is ranked as the 173rd best place in California. Right now, the weather in Vista, California is a high of 72, low of 57, partly cloudy. All right, on the line is Academy Award winner Al Pacino. Is Al Pacino there?
We had him. Yeah, here he is.
Yeah,
Here's Al.
baby.
Hey, Mr. Al Pacino is on the phone. Mr.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Guess who? Take a wild guess who you're speaking with. One of the greatest actors of all time, baby. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
My apologies, sir. I already introduced you as Academy.
Oh, sure. No problem.
What did you win the Academy for again?
He won the Academy Award.
For Heat?
Son of a Woman. Correct, sir?
You have no idea what I won for? Who the hell are you?
Well, that's
I
Doug.
don't,
He's
actually, I got to be honest. I don't really remember what I won for.
Sir, I
It
can
was
tell you right now, it is for Son of a Woman. Now, Mr. Pacino, you've called into the show before. I consider you a friend of the show. I appreciate your time that you've given to the show.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you said you wanted to promote something you've been working on in quarantine. Let's quickly get through that.
Oh, you want to get through it quickly?
Well, we have a busy show today, sir. We respect you.
All right.
Fuck you,
I'm
John.
working on something. Oh my God.
Fuck
I'm
you.
working on something really, really fantastic. It's called the Al Podcino. It's
Uh-huh.
a podcast, baby.
Oh, I was going
You
to
know
say,
what that is, right, Tim?
yes, I know. We're doing a podcast right now. It sounds almost like a coffee drink, the Al Pacino, like a
my
something
God.
Keurig would put out. But no, this is an audio podcast.
Enjoy yourselves a cup of Three Stooges
That's
coffee.
correct. I'm going to have on some of I got the idea from my favorite actor, Joe Rogan and Mark Maron. They're my favorite actors of all time. And they
Really?
also do podcasts. Wow. That's correct.
So your favorite actor, you've worked with the greats. You've worked with, I mean, who have you worked with?
All the best.
You've worked with Robert De Niro, Diane Keaton,
Joe Piscopo.
Joe Piscopo, Joe Pesci.
That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
And so, but you're saying Joe Rogan is your favorite actor. Joe
He's
Rogan
my
is your
favorite
favorite
actor of all time. Correct. And he also does a podcast. And I had a great idea. I said, I'm going to ride on your coattails, Joe. I saw him at the Comedy Store one day.
Okay.
I love comedy. I put a hat on. I go in. I see comedy. I'm a funny guy too. You know.
What's your favorite Joe Rogan movie or TV show? I guess.
Oh, you got me stumped there.
All right.
You know, there's lots of stuff. I don't really remember the names of these things. I just know what I like, pal.
He's laughing his sick fucking ass off. He's a tight ass. He's a sadist.
All right. Well, listen.
You're right.
Good luck
You're
with
absolutely right.
Good luck with the podcast, Mr. Pacino. We look forward to hearing it. So you're just going to talk. What's the format of the
Well-
podcast? It's going to be interviews.
I'm going to have on some of my favorite people. My great friend and mentor, Charlie Lawton, who has since passed on, but we're going to get him on the show.
Okay. How's that going to
I
work?
think-
Wait a minute. You're going to have dead people on your show?
Listen, I don't write the rules here, pal. Okay, I get them on. I call up. I say, bring Charlie on.
Okay.
Sometimes he comes on. I talk to him sometimes.
What do you say I buy you a cup of coffee?
It's
I'm
amazing.
gonna have on my favorite scarf maker. He makes all my scarves. His name is Mr. Wong. He's over in Louisville,
Okay.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, Lewis?
Okay. All right. Well,
So Lewis Block is later.
That's
Lewis Block is later. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Pacino. Good luck. We'll look for that. Is that going to be on
Thanks
the?
so much.
Is that going to be on Team? Is that going to be on Team Coco? Where are we going to be able to find the podcast? What network are you associated with? Is it on the Freak Bitches
I have
network?
my own internet. Yeah, that's a great question. I'm looking for sponsors. I'm looking for people who can host it. I probably will host it in my basement. I got a pretty nice basement. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Well, give my love to Bev and everybody else there. I don't know who's speaking with her.
Oh,
so-
she's great. She's great.
Okay. All right, Mr. Pacino.
I gotta write her a love letter. All right.
Yes. All right.
Oh,
let's move things along. Thank you, Mr. Pacino. Always a pleasure. Let's
I love
talk
you.
to Madeline before we get to our guest. Madeline, how are you? Thank you, Mr. Pacino. Madeline,
Yeah, me. Oh, hi.
looks like you got the Three Stooges behind you as a background. That's very cool. Very advanced.
Yeah. Disorder in the Court. Classic.
How can we help you today, Madeline?
I'm just observing, actually.
Fair enough.
I just wanted to show my Stooges pride because I really appreciate.
Listen,
your
if you're
love.
in the Zoom and you don't want to talk to me, maybe indicate that somehow with a big X over your head. Maybe you could carve an X in your head like the Manson girls did or something.
I could do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Everyone carve into your foreheads with a penknife. Okay?
I just wanted to be a part of this.
Or use a Sharpie. Let's see if Bacalot in Culver.
Don't waste my motherfucking time.
Polkadot. What's going on there, Polkadot?
Oh, nothing much. I'm technically on the clock at work right now.
What do you do for a living?
I work at a music production company. I'm the production coordinator, and we make music for TV shows.
Oh, nice. Well, so-
reality TV score and stuff.
Isn't there just like a file with about 100 drops in there that you can just be cycling through?
Yeah, basically. And you just arrange them in different orders.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
music
do
drops?
the math, but it's 100 times 100 is a gajillion versions or something.
Okay, well, let me get you back to work because we need those reality TV shows. We're desperate for entertainment.
Exactly.
By the way, I got to talk about this very quickly, and then we'll get to Jason Dill. Jason Dill, thank you for your patience. We started a little late today.
I actually don't have that much a problem with that.
People, I got into several beefs since we last spoke last week. Let's, by the way, give a big round of applause to Doug and Vic for WOHL last week, and Matt, producer Matt, and Wes, and everybody, including myself. Since last week, though, I got into a big beef with Terrence Williams, but also I made a very benign remark about these jets flying over, these flyovers, these Blue Angels or what, Thunderbirds flying over our cities. And I made one remark. I said, can you please not do this? Stand down, gentlemen, stand down. And this guy, Jim Hansen, who's like a security expert, some kind of military pundit, went nuts on me. He just couldn't believe it. He thought I was just the worst guy in the world. I shouldn't exist. But he was like, we need these flyovers. People need, he said this. He replied to me, he said, we need hope and people need entertainment. I said, whoa, hold on now. What entertainment are we not? We have so much entertainment right now. There's thousands and thousands of hours of garbage to consume. What is 1 minute? Less than a minute of this. Oh, they're coming over now. Get down, boys! Get down! They're coming in close! They're strafing us! I mean, God bless the troops, but who cares about planes and jets?
Tim, I have an idea.
Zoom.
You know what they should do?
What?
They should use the Green Dolphins. Do you know about these?
The Green Dolphins?
Yeah, it's these submarines that do swim unders.
Okay.
Instead of flyovers.
Swim unders.
Swim unders. They're not as noisy. You don't know they're there at all, actually. They inspire nothing.
They inspire nothing. All right, let's talk to
But,
our big guest today.
they give us hope. knowing that they're there. you know?
Mr. Jason Dill. Jason Dill, how you doing there, mate? How you doing? Are you all right?
Hi, Tim. Nice to meet you. I like that my cue came in at inspire nothing. That's my favorite quote or adage or
Yeah.
words to live by. Hey, I can't see you.
Oh, you can't see me? You should be able to, Matt. Can you look into that? There's nothing to see. There's nothing to see. I look like a slob today.
Well,
I look like...
It's surreal enough to do the show where I feel like I'm talking to my fucking self, but whatever suits your fancy over there in Hollywood.
I look like Michael Keaton in the third act of Mr. Mom. Okay, folks?
You're just holding the baby over the hand dryer.
Yeah. So, Mr. Dill.
Hey, Matthew, not to cut you off, Tim. Matthew, thank you for reaching out to me. I really appreciate it, and I'm extremely nervous, and I'm a big fan of the show. And hi, Doug, and hi, Vic, and Tim. It's nice
What's
to
up,
meet
man?
you after watching you in TV land all these years.
Oh, well, listen, I'm a puppy dog. I'm nothing to be worried about. We're gonna, I'm not. Here's the deal with you.
I'm just a human being.
You came onto our radar when you said unbelievably kind things about the Office Hours show on another podcast, on a skateboarding podcast, skate podcast.
One of them board talk shows. They talk about boarding and getting down and going.
Talk about boring. Boarding, I mean, sorry.
Well, talk about boring. I know most of the people watching right now is like, this guy's a fucking professional unicycler.
Yeah. What? So tell me about you're a professional skater, and now Doug is obsessed with skating. He skateboards. He's got a half pike in his backyard and everything.
No, I saw when he was feeding the squirrels, and I don't know, Doug, did you see that video I sent to Matthew of the squirrel eating a Fig Newton?
I know you had a superior squirrel report, which made me a little jealous.
Did you give him the Fig Newton, or did he find that?
Well, the
himself?
problem with Doug, if anyone's not familiar, Doug has started putting out squirrel reports, I guess, on a daily basis, or what are we looking at, weekly, or
it's a daily basis.
The problem with that first squirrel report is no squirrel in it.
Well, Tim, it's
God
sometimes
damn it.
it's
Tim,
about the
you took
search.
words out my fucking mouth.
Oh, sorry.
It's about the search for the squirrel, and other things arise, and it's just the way to start the day is just see.
So
hey, I don't know about you guys, but I'm fucking gearing up for a pretty bitchin' summer. I'm talking about waves. I'm talking about the beach. I'm talking about babes, cold cokes, high fives, volleyball.
Hell yeah. Can you skateboard? Do you skateboard on the beach? Do you have special wheels for sand, or how do you?
Yeah, they're called sand wheels, and it takes you get about a foot per half hour.
All right,
that was a bad joke.
So Jason, you're a competitive boarder? Is that how does it work? What is your life?
No, Tim,
like?
I'm only competitive in the bedroom.
Ayo!
Ayo! That's a great fucking record. My favorite thing that you do.
Yeah, let's do this.
Tim,
hold on, Jason. I want to steer the conversation away from your career to you talking about our show. And in other words,
I don't want to talk about skateboarding. I want to talk about you guys. You guys, because I like to meet people that make me laugh. I like to have fun.
There you go. So how did you become introduced to the show, Office Hours here?
I got the internet.
Got it.
I love to laugh. I love to smile.
So you've been basically offline for, I guess, your whole life until very recently.
Well, till I found out about your guys' glorious show, and then I became a patriot. And as a patriot, I get to watch the extra half hour that you guys phone in.
Oh yes,
and,
we have a patriot. That's a good name for it, guys. A patriot
that we phone
a patron idiot.
I'm totally kidding. See, I feel pressure. This is a comedy show.
Don't.
Hey, I got to tell you what.
Nobody
what?
wants. No, listen. No, let me teach you a little bit about life. Nobody is looking for you to be funny. We got the comedy covered, Dill. You just got to be yourself, brother.
No,
I got Doug behind me.
I mean,
man.
You're getting only what I can be. I'm even drinking Cinco Pop in care of being on your show. That's Cinco Pop.
Well, listen. Do you think it's too late for me to pick up skateboarding? I'm 44. I'm overweight and I have no sense of balance. I recently, about 4 years ago, broke my wrist roller skating.
A very healthy boy.
Well, I broke this wrist 4 times, so you and me are in the same club as far as that goes. But I don't know, skateboarding is like UFC, but you're by yourself. Not that I'm a fan of the unified fighting chucks.
Wait, hold on, Jason. This is the direction I want to take the show. I'm going to kind of talk.
Go for it, Tim.
I'm going to talk quietly, and I'm going to talk about ultimate fighting or mixed martial arts. And,
I didn't mean to go there. I'm just talking about it hurts, just like roller skating hurts, man.
Yeah. But so you break bones and you soldier on. See, as soon as I broke my wrist, I said I'm not leaving the house. I don't care to go down steps. I'm constantly in fear of breaking more bones, and it was such a disruptive experience that I just thought, okay, I just played that one card. I played my breaking of a bone card. And now if my leg breaks or my neck breaks, I'm done. It's it for me. I'm toast. So I try to.
It's it for me too if I break my leg or my neck. But no, I don't know. It's if you want to ride a fucking skateboard in your 40s, I mean, go for it. But at the same time, there's probably plenty of other shit you could be doing there.
I stepped on one of those, those things that have wheels. Those things that have motors that you just step on.
I've never been on one.
You know what I mean? It has a motor and you plug it in and then it goes. It's sort of like a
lime scooter.
No, it's not, it's like it doesn't have a handle.
It's the thing that Mike Tyson fell down on. Remember he fucking ate shit on it. Yeah, that thing. I don't know. They call it. What do the kids call them? A conveyor belt. Hoverboard.
Oh, the hoverboard.
Yeah, I stepped on one.
Very
of those.
2018.
I stepped on one of those and immediately went right backwards. My head was about 6 inches from slamming into a plate glass window.
What you were doing it in church?
I was doing it in
plate glass window.
That's a stained glass window, Jason.
Stained
glass window. Jason, are you in LA? Are you an LA boy?
I'm your guys' neighbor, kind of. I'm in Pasadena. I moved to Pasadena about 3 months ago.
Oh, it's beautiful over there, man.
It's great. All I do is walk and read books while I walk all over town here.
Do you read the book like on an audio book, or are you reading an actual book?
No, you can't read an audio book, silly.
But I mean,
you can't read an audio book.
You're holding a book.
I actually it sounds wild, but I walk and I read and it really works. I'm really into it. I cover about 5 miles a day, and yeah, it's the highlight of my fucking day these days. I get up and go walk and read the goddamn book, and I come back to the fucking squirrels.
What kind of goddamn books are you reading?
So,
wait a minute.
What?
Hold on.
Well, can you recommend one book?
I think it's something you guys can talk about offline. I don't know if anybody needs to hear the bibliography from this show.
Fascinating.
Doug, I want you to
Tim,
use.
I'm just talking about how I fill my day in a pandemic. Sorry, it's not more fucking exciting. Next time, maybe get Tony Hawk.
Well,
listen, talk about hanging out with Jack Black.
Dill, you calm the F down. You slow down now.
This is my goddamn show. Goddamn it, you tell me.
No, wait a minute. I do want Doug to have an opportunity to ask you a question, but Doug, please make it skateboarding related. This is your opportunity to get advice or get insights from one of the masters.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Doug.
I don't really have a question as far as that goes. I'm more interested in what he's reading, not what he's.
Okay, fine.
What
is one book that you're reading, Jason? Then we can move things along.
I'm reading right now. I'm reading Education of a Felon by Edward Bunker.
Okay.
And I've read a couple of Steinbeck books during the pandemic, and a little bit of James Baldwin, and a little bit of the Mike Tyson book. But
you're talking my language. I'll tell you something.
Reading is fundamental.
I just connected you guys.
First of all, East of Eden is, I think, my favorite book ever written. I don't know if you're reading East of Eden. You read that one?
Well, I haven't. I just read Sweet Thursday and Wayward Bus in the last couple months. But East of Eden, that's a big one. Grapes of Wrath is tough to finish.
I only read. You know what? I only read big books. I only read 500ers.
I only read David Foster Wallace. I don't read the small, fucking advanced.
Yeah, I don't read the small books. It's not really.
Hey, but Tortilla Flats by Steinbeck, it's a very small book. It's a great book.
That's a beautiful book. And then I was in a James Baldwin play when I was in college. I was in a James Baldwin play. I think it was a story he wrote that was turned into a play called Giovanni's Room.
I masturbate a lot.
No, not Giovanni.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, Giovanni's Room. Is that right? Yeah. I played a gay man living in Paris who was in love with an African man. And,
that's beautiful.
It was a beautiful experience.
Hey, does Al really stand for Albert? I never knew that.
Albert Pacino? No, I think it's Alfonso.
It sounds so funny to say Albert Pacino. And the guy that does that, wow, kudos. Fucking, it's so funny.
Weird Al Pacino.
Weird Al Pacino.
Get him on next, that Weird Al Pacino.
Are you able to skateboard during the pandemic? Or
What's this,
Doug?
Doug?
Is your mic off?
Vic, you're coming in weird.
What's going on?
Doug.
I'm not saying anything. Vic's coming in quiet.
Yeah, Vic's coming in a little quiet.
What are you saying, Vic? I'll relay.
Are the skateboard parks open?
Are the skateboard parks open
during the
Dill?
pandemic?
Can I call you Dill?
Oh yeah, that's fine. I didn't pick the name, but Vic, I don't give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck about that?
You'll skate anywhere.
Yeah.
No, I feel bad for the young people. Like if I was in my 20s and really going for it and shit, I'd probably be freaking out right now, but I'm not in my 20s. But they filled the Venice skate park with sand because that's what true fucking Americans do.
Hey, listen, we all have to sacrifice. We all have to let things put things on pause.
Speaking of Steinbeck, exactly.
We all can learn.
Jason, I gotta move the show along. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Yes, you do.
And we got a very special experience happening right now. We're gonna try this. And I think you'll look forward to it. Jason, you're a friend of the show. You're a friend of mine now. What an honor. I look forward.
Jason, if you ever want to skate my quarter pipe, let me know.
Okay.
Doug, that's called a half pipe.
No, it's
all in your backyard.
It's a quarter. It's a quarter pipe.
Doug has
so you built just half of the.
Half
wow,
of a
that's
quarter,
cool. Though.
Half is a quarter.
Okay, thank you.
You gotta build one of them loops.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Tim, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keep the show moving.
Be safe.
Take care, man.
We tried this a few weeks ago, and we're going to try it again now. I got to get into and since we tried it a few weeks ago, I have studied this a little more. I think I've gotten more connected with how it's going to work. We tried to do a Zoom seance, if you recall.
Oh, because there was that rumor going around where if you can bring a spirit back from the dead.
Yes.
Right?
So that's right. Everybody in the Zoom room's got to put their hands up in sort of meditation, Om style. We got to focus energy right now. Thank you, everybody. We've got to focus in. And Doug, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to start with you here, Doug. And I just want you to start focusing your energy on bringing someone back from the dead. I want you to bring back somebody that you think the audience would love and the audience would appreciate. Focus in. Do you have somebody in mind? I want you to visualize that person. Can you visualize them?
Absolutely. Somebody came right to my mind.
Great. And now I'm going to move over to Vic. Vic, I need you to focus intensely on somebody very important to you, somebody that you always wished would return from the dead and visit us here on Zoom. Do you have somebody locked in?
I've got a name. Thinking of the face. I got it.
Okay. Vic is locked in. And I'm going to think of someone quickly. I already had this thought because I knew this was coming. I have somebody. And now we're just going to... We're going to see if the specter emerges. Is the specter there in the Zoom? I'm seeing something. I'm feeling an energy. Is the specter there in the Zoom? Hello?
Ooga booga.
Specter, who's this?
Ooga booga.
Who is this, sir?
Larry Fine.
Say again?
Who's this?
Say again, sir. You're coming in from the outer realms. You need to speak louder, sir. Who is this?
I'm from another part of Philadelphia.
You're coming in from Philadelphia. Who could it be?
It's Larry Fine.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
It's Larry Fine from the Three Stooges. Vic, was that you?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, my God, sir. What an honor. Larry Fine from the Three Stooges. What an honor it is to have one of the original Three Stooges here, sir. How is the afterlife treating you?
What do you mean afterlife? Everybody thinks I'm dead. I'm still alive, and I'm looking for work.
Wait a minute now, sir. We looked you up on Wikipedia, and you did, sir. You have passed away, I believe in 1970.
I think
What is it?
75.
1975. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Oh, boy. No matter, no wonder I smell like an old pizza.
You smell like an old pizza. Oh, my goodness, sir. This is terrible. So let me just let that sink in for you for a minute. You passed away. You've been dead for about 45 years. What do you miss most about the world, I guess?
Let's see, what world? The one I lived in or the one now?
Well, I guess whatever your memory is. I mean, what's life like now for Larry Fine?
You know something? I wouldn't want to be alive now.
No.
Because you can get that COVID-19 by just thinking about not wanting to get it.
I understand. So you are susceptible to these diseases even though you've passed away.
I don't know. This is a tricky one, boy. It kills dead people.
Sir, can you tell us a little bit about your experiences with Mo and Curly and the rest of the gang? What do you miss about Mo? I know he was always a little bit hard on you in the shorts, but in life he couldn't have been that bad, right?
Well, listen, when Mo hit you, when Mo slapped you, you stayed slapped, baby.
Okay, but I'm
Those
talking
were real hits.
Oh, those were real hits. So would he act like that to you when you were off camera?
Sometimes when we got drunk.
So he did. So that wasn't just always an act. That was the real deal.
Well, we had to live it. There were no big distractions in those days. No TV, no nothing.
So would you socialize with Mo and Curly and stuff when you weren't shooting? Would you guys spend time together off camera?
Yeah, I would go over to Mo's house, and I remember one time it was embarrassing. I had to go to him. Hey, Mo, I broke your Pesach dishes.
Oh, dear. You broke his Pesach dishes. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and he said to me.
What did he say?
And Mo said to me, well, it's if you're in a Jewish household. For Passover.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Fine, we got a bunch of
Sorry
Gentiles
to intervene in your 2x2 inch square world there.
No, we just I knew what it was. Doug didn't know what it was. My co-host here.
Still trying to figure it out.
So you broke Mo's Pesach dishes, and what did he say to you?
This is the meat. This is the dairy. What's the matter with you?
Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord. So, did you enjoy all that sort of physical comedy, or did it get to be a little draining after many years?
I don't know. If I wasn't a stooge, Larry Fine would be driving a truck full time.
Yeah, you always. I mean, no offense, you do seem a little dim, I guess, even in off camera, for a dead guy. Well,
I used to love to eat. I was so hungry once that during the set we took a break, and I was in the kitchen. And there was a bowl of dog food on the floor. So I was so hungry, I looked around and I went down and I ate it on all fours.
Wow. That is a dim.
Well, I got to pay for him, and that's good enough for him.
That's dim behavior. That is dim behavior. That is what a dumb, dim person does. No offense. I could see how somebody like Mo would get easily frustrated with you. I mean, I almost feel like I'm sort of the Mo of this dynamic here with the Holy Trinity, the guys here behind me. I get very angry at them. I want to use physical violence on them. I could see how Mo might sort of lose his temper with you occasionally. No offense.
Yeah, but you get old and you lose your superpower as a stooge.
What is this?
Mo had rheumatoid arthritis at one point, and he'd go, "I'll gouge your eyes out," and he'd lift his arm a little and go, "Ah, fair."
So the physicality of being a stooge became an issue the older you got. What did you do in your towards the end there? What was your last years like? Were you productive? Were you active? Was it a happy period for you, or was it just sort of a little depressing?
I was in the old actors' home in Woodland Hills, and I used to play shuffleboard, and I couldn't wait for that pablum breakfast.
Yeah, you love eating, huh? You're just
I can't wait.
Do you get to eat as a ghost?
Yeah, do you eat as a ghost? Well, you're not. He's sort of getting up to speed with the fact that he's dead, but do you think you'll be able to consume food? Some of your favorite foods?
Well, sometimes you can't get any when you want it. You know, that's why ghosts are always so mad, because they can't have what they want anytime they want.
Right. So,
not like you human live people.
What would you eat? Would you eat dog food again? I mean, how would that dog food experience? Was that something that wasn't that didn't close the book for you on dog food?
Oh, sure. In 2020, there's a world of new dog food out there that I never even imagined.
Wow, yeah. So dog food has gotten better in quality. So you, I guess, wouldn't be opposed to sitting down and getting down on all fours and chomping away at some high-quality organic dog food, Mr. Fine.
Sure. Can't you see me scooting around the kitchen going, kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits?
Yeah. Mr. Fine, do you still have that outrageous Vic Berger-style curly hair on your head as a ghost, or did that all fall out eventually?
I still have it.
Okay.
It's all diseased and decrepit.
Is your violin staying in tune?
Is your violin staying in tune, Mr. Fine?
No, they buried that. They buried it behind the sepulcher I was in.
I see. All right. Well, I don't think I have any more questions for Mr. Fine. Vic, is there anything that you're curious about?
What was your favorite favorite? Oh, I'm getting loud there.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you have a favorite short that you were in? Back in the day?
Yeah, what was one of your favorites Three Stooges shorts? No one's interested in that, but go ahead.
Pardon my backfire.
Pardon my backfire. All right, everybody, listen.
Can I ask one final question?
Yes, Doug, one final question.
Do you see Curly and Mo in the ghost world?
Well, let's see. Curly went younger. He was only about 43, and he had a stroke. You know, he should have been around today. He still would have got a stroke from the COVID-19.
Okay.
What did you think of the
I get COVID-19.
Yeah, Larry, did you find Curly to be annoying as a character? Did it ever get grating? All that high pitched, all that crap.
It doesn't matter to me. There's only one word that counts: paycheck.
I understand. I understand completely. Now, you are a ghost and you're in the Zoom, but do you have an idea of if you're in heaven or if you're in hell? Do you have any concept of that?
I don't know. What does ectoplasm know? What do I know?
Well, you don't seem to be in any kind of peace or in any kind of serenity. Maybe perhaps you're in some kind of purgatory or something. I don't know. It's curious.
I don't know. You know, I thought I saw Mitch McConnell.
Uh-huh.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, he's I guess technically still alive. I'm not sure. Hey. So we'll have to see. All right, Mr.
Sometimes he fades in and out.
So interesting. Well, listen, thank you, Mr. Fine. I'll let you return to the netherworld, to the ether. It's been a pleasure to talk to one of the great comedy.
I got to go do some ghost tricks. Wait, I got to flush the toilets in this house. And then I got to go break some windows in another house. Then I got to scare the shit out of an old lady. And then as soon as she goes to tell somebody about me, I disappear. That's a good ghost trick. Yeah. Make a fool out of the victim.
I will enjoy it. I'm glad that you're self-aware of your ghost abilities and you're able to go out there and do ghostly things. And it's very exciting. And I'm glad that, Vic, thank you for summoning Larry Fine, not who I would have picked.
It's an honor.
But thank you, sir, immensely. We'll speak to you soon. Good. All the best.
So long. I did it for duty and humanity.
Yes. There you go. Okay. Exciting stuff. Mr. Vic, thank you for summoning him. Doug, just out of curiosity, who were you hoping to return to from the netherworld?
Shemp.
Your mind was on Shemp.
Yeah.
I see. Let's take a call from the Zoomers. Poor David Badish has been sitting there with his
bad self.
With his bad self. David, how are you doing today, sir?
Good. How are you?
Good. Are you enjoying the show so far today?
Very much so. And I finally watched the rest of last week's WOHL experience.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
I was listening to it, and I noticed that for the first half of the show, I kept calling it WHOL because I am a little dyslexic, I suppose. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got a lot of great response. A couple people were saying, that was fun, but please give us don't try to do that every week. And that's, if you notice, we haven't played any of those WOHL sound effects or anything like that. We are making that a special experience. It was a lot of fun. Anyways, David, how can we help you today?
Actually, I had a question about those drops. Do you send those out to a guy that records those for you?
I was going to say boring, but maybe it's not. Yes, there is a guy, and we pay him to do it. Quite simple exchange of goods and services. Doug, do you want to promote that guy, or do you think that's not appropriate? Because then everyone's going to be doing it.
I'll just say this. If you Google DJ drops, you'll find plenty of people that will... That guy's voice I use in my comedy. I don't want
I
don't want it to get watered down, but I do want to throw him some. Hit me up, I'll send you his thing. I just don't want to.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
His name is DJ.
I got some more music.
How about we talk with Steven Stubbs? Steven Stubbs, do you have is this Steven Stubbs with the dope beats?
Dope beats. Exactly. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, that's me. And hello to Vic and Doug, of course. Thank you very much. And I'm over here in Ireland, a little island off the coast of Western Europe.
Hello, Ireland.
It's actually 7. Yeah, you see it's green. It's always green here. So that's fantastic. So what we need to do, Tim, is it's a pleasure. I love all your stuff, of course, everything. The FaceTime party mask, I actually wear that at parties, and it gets big laughs.
Thank you.
And yeah. So what needs to happen now is I'm basically a failed sitcom writer in Ireland. We have TV stations over here, but I'm pretty much a failed comedy writer. That's fine. That's acceptable.
Oh, you too?
So now, a couple of years ago, hold on 1 second. A couple of years ago, I decided to learn a guitar, acoustic guitar. It's to make some dope beats. And I have a new music career. Okay, it's very popular on Facebook, but for some reason, on YouTube, nothing's happening for me. Okay, I have 8 subscribers to my YouTube channel.
You've been shadow banned, buddy.
Channel.
You've been shadow banned. That's all.
Okay.
The Irish government doesn't want any more. They don't want any more competition to you too. Bono's in charge of. He's the content moderator for all Irish.
Well,
what is it? YouTube.ir, right?
Bono,
the Edge.
Bono rules the country with an iron fist. An iron fist. Bono rules this country, and he's living by Matt Damon. Matt Damon has been marooned in Ireland since COVID-19. Matt Damon is actually stuck in Ireland.
I have no sympathy for him.
Keep on rolling.
I have no sympathy for him.
Anyway, please go to my YouTube channel, Steve Brokeman, 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 and quality entertainment there.
Give us a dope beat. Give us a dope beat. You've talked to me. You tweeted at me. You said that you have a dope beat. I want to hear it.
I don't care.
I'll have Doug judge it. He is the master of beats.
Acoustic.
It's acoustic.
Acoustic guitar dope beats.
Well, how does that work? You just, what are you, Bobby McFerrin on the guitar there? What is
rhythm?
All right, let's hear one.
Is that understood?
Come on.
Yeah.
Dope beats on the acoustic guitar, Doug. Are you excited to hear this?
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Here it is. The old six
So
string.
I'm not really a live performer. I'm more of a studio-based artist and video artist, so I don't really play live.
I got the beats if you need it.
A mina on the phone is a mina all alone, taking pics of a food just to satisfy mood.
And you only have 6 YouTube subscribers? 8. Well, let's try to get that up to 10.
I have hundreds. I have hundreds of Facebook fans, dedicated fans. But for some reason, YouTube algorithm does not like me. So it's Deep Bro Command Music, and you'll find me quality videos.
It can't be the music.
I have a Bob Dylan spoof called Subcutaneous Post-Truth Blues that you might like.
Maybe.
Don't you play tunes sometimes on the show, no? From people?
Yeah, I'm sort of phasing that part of the show out.
Fine.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's fine.
Very unpopular part of the show.
Do you like the
I'm
Proclaimers?
hoping for 20 subscribers.
And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500
I
more.
like the Scottish twins.
They're Scottish
All
or
the
they
Scottish
Irish?
twins over here. They're Scottish, come on.
Which
come on.
Proclaimer's your favorite
Scottish.
of the two?
The blonde guy. The blonde.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Stephen. Check out your
Thank you.
YouTube
Thanks,
channel.
We've got Robin is ready.
Okay, Robin Cooper.
So, hello, London. How are you? All the best. Over. You reading over?
Yes. Hello, Mr. Cooper. You are live on the radio. This is the Tim Heidecker Office Hours Live. It's a show broadcast out of Glendale, California, which is just north of Los Angeles, if you're familiar with that area. And we're taking calls from around.
I've been told it's in America, the United States of America. God bless you all.
Yes, that is correct. And
Yes.
Robin, you are
Yes.
you are in England, correct?
Pardon? Yes, I'm in England, London. I don't need to say over on this anymore, do I? Because the technology is advanced.
It is.
Over. No, I don't need to say over.
No, exactly. It's just like a telephone call, essentially. How are things in England, in London? What's happening over there in your neck of the woods?
Well, I don't know if you know, but at the moment there's an illness going around that we have in these shores, and I don't have it yet, but Mike Broccoli had it, and his wife Lillian had it. Their daughter had it. Her name is either Lisa or Geisa, but I don't think it's Geisa.
Mike Broccoli?
Michael Broccoli, but Brockleigh, Broccoli. And
It's getting better.
it's not actually a funny message because it's not actually a laughing matter because they were very ill.
Yeah.
And Geisa, or it might be Lisa, was...
It's probably Lisa.
It was probably Lisa. She vomited, and it was not a nice... She said to me here, it was not a nice experience. Over. No, don't.
Wow. So
Next question, please.
So you know people that have suffered from this disease. It's terrible. How has aside from knowing people, how has sort of the quarantine affected you, Robin? How has it changed your daily life?
We had grilled salmon on yesterday, which was nice. We don't normally grill it. Actually, often it gets thrown away because we forgot to eat it then. But it was very pleasant. Otherwise, I made a map of my local area.
You've made a map of your local area?
I've started making a map of the local area because where we were, because when we were walking, they had around the local area that we noticed there was a couple of gulls. I don't know if you have gulls in America. They're sort of, well, they're birds, and I know you have birds in America. They're large white birds, but they were congregated by a bench. So we thought we should mark that, at least for posterity. I mean, the government aren't interested. I've tried to get funding.
You're marking.
Gotta mark.
So you're marking where doves are in the park?
No, not doves, gulls. Do you know a
seagull?
seagull?
Seagulls. Yes.
Gulls.
Yeah, we always have them by the beaches, by the beach areas, like where the oceans are.
Yes, of course, yes. Well, they like that environment because they're a little worm. They call willoughby worms, I believe. They get them. but also sometimes they eat people's food. For example, I was once by the beach, and the man, but it was quite too hot, really.
Yeah. So you've made
over. No.
Yeah, you've made a map. Just to clarify, Robin, you've made a map of your local area, and on the map is a park, and you've indicated on the park where seagulls have been. Correct?
Yeah, well, it's not a park. I didn't mention park. I said listen or rewind. I said there's a bench. Bench, these birds.
I guess.
Bench.
I apologize. When I heard bench, I assumed we were talking about a park, but this is just somewhere off the road or on the road or on the sidewalk.
Yes, it's by a road. It's actually near a friend of mine. Ian Bradley lives there. He hasn't had the disease though, but he lost a finger. A man bit it off about 3 years ago.
A man
bit it off.
Oh God!
Yes.
A man bit his finger off. Is that what you're telling me?
They had an altercation outside the library, and I don't know exactly what it was, but it was actually an argument about life, I think. And the man just suddenly seized my friend, Mr. Bradley, and bit his finger clean off. Funny enough, he said he felt no pain.
Which finger?
Wow.
It was the middle finger.
Oh, God.
Not the middle one, the little one.
I see. It's awful. It's awful.
They said it would grow back, but it hasn't grown back. He
No.
lives in hope. No one has the heart to tell him, and he doesn't have the internet. So
That's irresponsible to say that it's going to grow back. I think any semi-educated person understands that that's not possible.
People need hope, Tim. They need blue angels, and
That's
they need
true.
hope.
Well,
yes, it's very true. That man that spoke then.
Was there
What
any?
is your name then? What is your name, Philip?
Doug. That's Doug talking back there.
Doug, right? Yeah. Whatever you said then, I've forgotten it.
Well, listen,
It's something I would always stay with me.
Robin, I appreciate you calling in. Do you have any words of hope or words of encouragement for us over here in America or for your fellow countrymen?
I could do a little poem for you.
Yes.
To lift everyone's spirit.
That would be wonderful.
In times like these, don't be sad. Even though the time is sad, it's not that bad. Although I understand why you're sad. We live in hope. Things can only improve, as the saying goes. God bless you all. 3 cheers for us all. Hip, hip.
Hooray.
Hip, hip.
Hooray.
Hip, hip.
Hooray. That was a beautiful poem.
But, it might help people a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we'll post that.
How are you doing?
Oh, we're fine. We've just been doing the show and trying to keep busy, keeping I have children, so I'm keeping them kind of educated and everything like that. So.
And how is your President Blake doing?
President what?
Can't remember his name. Is it President Blake? President Blake. How's President Blake doing for you in America?
It's President Trump. President Trump.
No, I think it's actually President Blake, you'll find, if you look it up properly. Well, I heard he wasn't doing a very good job, President Blake. But,
well, there's been, yes, we're not fans of President Trump here. Yeah, he's doing a terrible job. He's a terrible person, terrible man. Yeah, he's terrible at his job.
President Blake, yeah,
Nope.
It's pointless sometimes because I think we're talking on cross purposes. It's President Blake, definitely, because it says it here. President Blake, and he hasn't been doing a good job. Well, I wish you all well.
All right, thank you, Robin.
God bless you all.
Sending lots of love over there to the UK and to all of your friends and family. All the best.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. That was the great Robin Cooper. Holly.
Hello?
I wish we had a
Can you hear me?
President Blake.
Yes.
No.
What if we
Hello?
had? Yes, Holly. What if we had President? What if we had President Robert Blake?
Isn't he in prison for murdering his?
So what?
Wife?
Why can't
He'd
why
probably
can't we
still
have,
be
why
better.
can't prisoners be presidents?
Be reformed and then come back out.
Holly, I can hear a little
Yeah.
bit of a echo happening.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I was kind of far away from the mic. Can you hear me?
Cephei, Fef, Cepha, hi. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having me on.
How can we help you today?
Well, I've really been I enjoyed your Please Let It Be podcast. I'm a huge Beatles fan.
Thank you. The only way to access Please Let It Be is to join the Patreon, patreon.com/Office Hours Live. Become a Patriot today. And Vic, I believe you have a DJ set coming, a DJ series.
That's a good
soon.
question. That's right. It's going to be a little bit of everything.
Oh, good.
No Beatles on it.
No Beatles allowed.
No.
That's my territory.
That's right.
All right, Holly, what and sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to you gave me a great opportunity for a plug there. So how can I help you?
Well, I really enjoyed the Beatles puns you guys also had on. I think it was the Office Hours After Hours. You guys were having
it was
puns.
Yeah, it was kind of like a Beatles riddle game, a Beatles riddle experience.
So I tried thinking of my own, and I don't know. It's let me know what you think. Can I read you one and
yes,
see if you can guess it?
Woke up.
Okay. After a haircut, what won't my hair be? Oh fuck! I fucked it up. After a haircut, what won't my hair be?
Long, long, long.
Okay, that wasn't what I had in mind, but that works. It won't be long.
It won't be long.
It won't be long.
There you go. That works as well.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Holly. Appreciate
Wait, one
that.
more.
All right. One more, says somebody. Who said that?
Rita. I have one more.
All right. Go ahead. One more, Holly.
Why not?
The delivery, I'm still working on it. Let me know what you think. Okay. It's not your clam carapace. It's
not your what?
Clam carapace. A clam home. I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's not. It's
not your clam.
My shell.
It's
Yes.
Aha!
It's getting better.
Aha! All right. So listen. Thank you, Holly. I want to talk about this Terrence K. Williams situation.
Woke up.
Vic, I think you'd be interested. You know more about this guy than me, but
Well, looky here.
I was, I just sort of alluded to this in the past. Every Saturday night, me and some very funny assholes get together and watch bad stuff on the Zoom. We watch, as we all used to do. You'd send around bad
that don't make
links.
No sense.
That's how we
no.
That's how we discovered Curly G. There's a lot of good stuff. That's how last week the Kevin Spacey stuff came from that world. So somebody sends out a link saying Terrence Williams is doing his version of Saturday Night Live.
Now everybody.
And on Saturday, so he does this so-called quote unquote live sketch show where he recruits all sorts of weirdos to the
like what was it, Benny Johnson? Who else was on? There's a lot of people I didn't even know.
Yeah, and we watched it, and it was listen, here's the conflict for me is I've been getting shit my entire career about how my work is the worst thing someone's ever seen. They've said from the beginning, from the day one, it's been people writing me saying, this is the least funny thing I've ever seen. You guys suck. I hope you die.
I'm pissed off.
So I'm very conscious about not trying to have some kind of overall judgmental opinion about other people.
Sense guy.
But
You two suck.
But I'm not perfect, and I can't always abide by that rule. I see this Terrence Williams. And it's not a political thing necessarily, but there's just something off about it. Like it's really disconnected from very basic concepts of humor.
Like a Robin Williams.
No, Robin Williams is a treat.
Well, there's absolutely something off about Robin Williams. Maybe they're related and they got similar comedy instincts that you just don't get yet, Tim.
Well,
He's so out of the box. You can't figure him out.
It was Saturday, and you know what got me was my mom. I showed it to my mom. I showed her a little bit of the live broadcast. And she's by no means a liberal, activist, resistance type person. She's quite conservative actually, but she does despise Trump, and it's gotten much worse since COVID. You know, she just is like, God, fucking, like she, you know, like a lot of us like fucking pissed about this guy. And so I was like, look at this. She didn't know anything about this.
Invisible enemy.
And I started showing her
deaths.
this, and she got pissed at this. What the hell is this? This is not good on any level. This is, you know, really juvenile and poorly done.
People are amazed at how early I
he
acted.
gets to sit at dinner next to the president of the United States.
Yeah, so I kind of broke my own rule, and I just on Twitter said, "Hey, Terrence, this sucked badly," and I went through it. And then what was funny to me was he responded right away, because I screen capped this shot of me watching it, and it was him with Nancy Pelosi dressed as a skeleton. He had a skeleton there, and saying he was talking to Nancy Pelosi. Come on now. And if you watch the clip, if you watch any of these clips, it's completely divorced from how comedy's supposed to work. It really is completely a miss.
Well,
like,
looky here. Oh,
I would
please tell me I'm dreaming.
He writes back to me right away, to his followers, like quote tweets me, he says, "That's me and Speaker Pelosi. So you are mad that I'm real comedian that has the guts to make fun of Democrats."
Now everybody.
And that just sparked, because that woke up his followers, you know.
I'm done with this.
And the funniest thing is, the irony of it is, like, they go, "Oh, you can dish it out, but you can't take the heat. You can't take it when we're making fun of Democrats." Like, but it's like you get in this vicious circle. It's like, well, you're the one writing back to me. What you're like, and Terrence screen capped the tweet and put it on his Instagram. Like, he can't let it go just because I made fun of his show. Isn't he the one that can't let it go? It's just like a big mess.
I think of him as like a laugh comedian, because his thing is to just watch clips of liberals, and he will just laugh. That's the entire 3-minute video.
He'll go, "Really?" But you know, fucking Daily Show does that shit too. Like, it's lazy.
Yeah.
It's just like, show a clip of somebody and go, "Really? Okay."
Come on now.
But man, people are writing back to me like crazy. People are just the Terrence stands.
You all really believe?
You know, this sounds like an open challenge. Somebody says, "This sounds like an open invitation to look into what comedy you've done and critique. Challenge accepted."
Really?
And all these people saying like, "It's funnier than anything you've ever done." Actually, that's not fair. I can't judge you on something when I don't know who the hell you are.
This is some straight up pedophile.
Oh, and then all these people saying, "I've never heard of you. I've never heard of you. How can you judge?" And then somebody said, "What kind of clown? Oh yeah, we should be taking advice from a clown like you." Well, that's probably the only person you should be taking advice from when it comes to comedy, right? Clowns like me. Anyways, it was funny how they came out of the woodwork, and then he was right there posting about it. Like the second after his stupid shit aired, which had like 900 people watching it. Right after that, he's writing back to me and getting all into it, getting right into the jumping right in the middle of the fire.
President Donald J. Trump is the first black president.
So he's a problem. But listen,
it's a problem.
He's welcome to call into the show. We do not discriminate based on your race, your creed, your political leanings. I would have him on in a second to talk about anything he wants to and defend his comedy. But there's something off with him, I think.
It's
Something's
something wrong with
missing.
the fortune cookies that Ling Ling is eating.
Yeah. So, Terrence, if you're listening, you seem to be all over my
You
shit
should
now.
mention that he got banned from Fox News.
Yeah.
He was banned.
For being racist on Fox News, but he's got a wide open platform here. Come on. No silencing here.
No, anybody can call into this show.
Right.
You know that. If I can get to you, if I know you're coming, I'll put you on. You could tell me what an asshole I am.
Shabbat shalom.
There you go. Oh, my goodness. It was wild. I hadn't been in one of those kind of scrums in a while. Those little internet beefs, and it was kind of fun. I was having a little wine. Sometimes I have a little wine on a Saturday night and get online, just start flaming people. The other thing I do is, if you send, what is that beep?
I don't hear.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I gotta get some coffee. Doug, can you give me some coffee? Would you be so kind?
Blackwater, keep on rolling.
Give me some coffee.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you as a friend, not as a fucking employee.
So much for the black
But
community that he
let me
is the
tell you
first
something.
black president.
The other thing I was doing was fun. Was like, if somebody sends me a Pepe gif or some kind of, I go, send me more. I'm jacking off to you. Every time you send me, I get harder and harder. Come send me more. I'm coming. I don't know what's the point. I just hate these people so much, and so many aunts, so many I'm a proud wife, a proud American wife. I'm a proud American aunt, and I've got some of them in my fucking clan, and they're just.
Don't you love it when
they're cultists?
Don't you love it when you don't think something's right about our politicians, and then they equate that with hating America or not being patriotic?
Well, it's like this flyover bullshit. This guy goes,
yeah,
this
you
is
hate
what
America, Tim, because you
I
don't
hate-
like those planes.
I just want to aspire to something better and bigger than fucking jets flying over going zoom zoom. Who fucking cares? Oh, it reminds. They're so full of bullshit.
Makes people like.
It reminds us of the power. That reminds our enemies of who they're dealing with. Our enemies don't know we have fucking airplanes. They're in our computers. They're in our fucking minds. They don't give a shit about the kind of planes we have.
Lets people forget that they have rent due that they can't pay.
Yeah, and then somebody
car
goes,
payments.
"Oh, it's pointless to complain about that. That money's already been spent and paid for." Okay,
Let's stop.
Let's
paying
just
for
give
it then.
up.
Let's-
I should just
for the next virus.
everybody. And you know what else? I tweeted. I feel bad for Jimmy Kimmel because I tweeted a retweet because Tim and Eric are on. Look at me talking in the third person like a fucking famous guy. We're on that Crank Yankers show because we did some.
I'm like Dylan.
We did Crank Yankers, and Jimmy Kimmel produces that show, so I retweeted his tweet about Crank Yankers. So then I get to see all the people that write back to him. Marone! He gets it badly, and he doesn't even look at it, I'm sure. He's not on there looking at that. It's just me in the
Patton
trenches.
Oswalt retweeted something of mine the other day, and it was some of the most hateful stuff. Like I thought I got bad
People
stuff.
say, "Die, cunt."
Yeah, like
I hope you
seriously
fucking bleed out of the
personal.
ass.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just really pissed.
I get angry online. A
Yes,
lot,
you do, Vic.
But it's,
Vic.
well, it's just so easy when all the people are just all the worst people in the world are right there, and you can just write to them and tell
We
them what
need
you
some
think.
positivity. We need
That's
we need to clear
exactly
the
right.
energy here. Let me get somebody on the line before our final guest. Can I do that, Matt?
Of course.
Give me
You want me to pick somebody?
Pick me somebody beautiful and somebody that's going to put some good energy into the room because I've just been shitting on everything.
I'm going to go.
By the way, I want to say one thing before that, Matt. I just got a text in from Robert Popper, who is Robin Cooper, to no surprise. And that did, I don't know how I went from that to all the negativity because that was such a wonderful little moment for the show. The whole show's been terrific. You had Billy West calling in, the great, legendary Billy West calling in as Larry Fine earlier, and Jason Dill. Was a pleasure to get to talk to him. So I feel like we're wrapping things up already, which we kind of are in a lot of ways.
Robert Popper's show, Friday Night Dinner, is one of my favorite things.
Well,
Top 5
Robert
favorite
Popper's show,
in
Look
the world.
Around You. Is
Oh,
one
of
my
course,
favorite
Look
things.
Around You too with Peter Sagal.
I still haven't been able to watch Robert's show because I don't know where to find
It's
it.
on Hulu, silly. Come on.
It is?
Yeah.
I'll watch
the first
it
3 or
tonight.
4 seasons are on there. He has a new one that just came out, but that's not available in America
that's-
as far as
that's
I know.
awesome.
I'll watch it on Hulu. You hear me?
It's the greatest.
Give me somebody, Matt.
All right. Let's
Plus, Billy
talk
West is the
to
voice of. I talked to Stimpy.
Polkadot.
Yeah.
Polkadot and Colby.
Knock that off my bucket.
Wait a
Are
minute.
you ready?
Everybody's talking. Does anybody? Are you guys listening to the
The
show?
audio is really weird today.
It is. It's a complete disaster.
I don't.
I hope it.
I don't hear anyone, so I'm filling the blanks.
Same with me.
Talk
You
about I talked to
guys
Stimpy.
unmuted me. You already talked to me.
Oh
But
my God.
I'm doing great. I got Chunky as my background now.
Oh,
Matt, we
jeez.
already talked to Bullcat and
Oh,
Culver.
jeez.
How about be engaged with the show that you're producing?
Today is. Can we just start over now?
Can we start again?
Oh,
Matt's
did
just
we ever
zooming
talk
it
to
in.
Charles the painter?
Charles?
Did we talk to him?
No.
Yeah,
Charles.
Bierk? He's always painting. He's always on the Zoom
Hi.
painting.
Hey, Charles. What are you painting there, buddy?
The candlestick.
Candlestick Park. That's where the Beatles had their last concert. So, Charles, what can we do for you today?
I just want to thank you guys so much. You guys have helped me get through COVID. I had to move my studio into my basement, and something I look forward to every Thursday.
I'm starting to get depressed because the show's winding down so quickly, and now I have to wait a whole. Well, this is the big news, folks.
It was reluctantly aroused. It was hard to get it aroused, and it is hard to get it aroused, but we got it aroused.
What the hell? I don't want to know the context of that. The big news is we are going to be off next week because we are, sorry, everybody just is shocked. We are doing a major rewiring for lighting and camera and some set design, I guess you could say, some curtaining, some painting. So we're going to take a week to do that. We're putting together a best of right now so that there'll be something, but it is depressing because I look forward to this just as the way you do. I look forward to gathering with my friends here and trying to put on a good show, and it's winding down already. And now I don't even have this to look forward to next week. But I'll be down here helping and working and sweating and making the show even better.
With a little help from my friends. Okay, honey, baby.
So it will be.
Thank you guys for doing what you do.
Thank you, Charles. Get back to work, man. I need you to send me a bunch of paintings, sign them so we can sell them later. We have to make money off your paintings, Charles. You have to become a famous artist. All right. How about Brad? Brad sitting outside in the beautiful sunshine. Looks like you could be in California.
Could be.
Montreal.
Where are you at?
Montreal, Canada.
I know. It's the same thing. California, Montreal, whatever.
Same thing. Close.
Perfect weather.
We're all in the Milky Way galaxy, baby.
True. Tim, we're actually label mates. I'm in a band that's on Jaguar as well.
Oh, well, they're refusing to put out my new album, so I don't know about that anymore.
Ooh. Is it Eric that you're talking with?
Yes, love Eric.
I understand that.
What's your band?
Napeyes, it's called.
Looks like you got a UFO above you. Anyways.
Doesn't it? It's a plant.
This is like a low-key flex.
All right. Well, thanks, Brad, for checking in. We'll listen to your music every morning.
Be My Baby is my favorite
Do it every
song.
morning. Oh, I wanted to say one thing. I know you talked about books already, but my question was, do you have a book recommendation? What? I have a book club. We need a new book. I like Steinbeck as well.
Well, you want to read a novel, do you?
Yeah, novel, I guess.
There's a book I always recommend. It's not a very well-known book, and I believe Matt turned me on to this book many years ago. The Mezzanine. Right?
The Mezzanine.
He's one of my favorite authors.
What's the author's name?
Nicholson Baker.
Nicholson Baker. How cool is that name?
All his books are great.
I don't know if I've read another one of his books.
I'll give you some.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cool.
All right. Check out The Mezzanine.
Novel?
Okay, I will.
Yeah. It's not novel like unimportant.
Like the coronavirus. But it's a novel.
Bleacher Jeff in Chicago. What you got for me, Jeff?
I was just playing music and having fun listening to you guys. It's a good time.
How are you doing that at the same time? You're listening to music and
I'm running Ableton, and then I got my keyboards going and my my drum pads and whatnot. I want to just play with Doug and Vic because this is a good time.
What about me? What should I go? Jack off to Terrence Williams tweets?
I mean, the electronic time in here.
All right, I'll let you guys jam. I'll let you guys jam for 2 minutes. That will be how we get to our next gift. Go ahead, jam.
It's like a Space Jam. Where's Michael Jordan?
I like to play with basketballs. I like to play with basketballs. I throw the basket into the hoop. I go run around the neighborhood loop. I like to play with basketballs. I like to play with basketballs. I throw the ball into the hoop. I run around the neighborhood loop. 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 Okay. The creativity
That was fun, you guys.
continues to explode
Were you
upon
playing
you.
drums? I didn't hear anything from him.
I didn't hear anything
Just
from him
lower the
either.
mix.
I was playing keyboard, I think.
Wally.
All right, then.
What?
I think it's time for.
I don't know.
All right, let me welcome our final guest tonight.
Thank you.
By the way, I've been working on a new voice. Let me just explain this to you. Do you not hear my new voice? This is a little bit maybe inspired by Robin Cooper, but it's actually a bit higher than Rock and Roll Gary. And I was working on him, and I was thinking this could be Gary's friend who's always correcting Gary when he's he has gotten something wrong, you see?
Thank you very much.
So let me explain how it would work.
Good night.
I would do this. I could be like Phil Hendry, you know, the different voices. I would say, my name is, this is Rock and Roll Gary, you know. There's a time a while ago, it was June, and I got rid of all these drugs for cocaine from the Floyd. Oh, excuse me, Gary. I don't think that's correct. I think that the Floyd was in Spain at that point, weren't they? They were down there in Spain. How could you have done that? Well, I don't know if it was June or whenever, but it was quite a while. Quite a while that I was doing with the Floyd doing that. Well, maybe you should look into the calendar at some point. All right? So that's me new guy. What's his name? Doug, what's his name? What does he sound? What is his voice sound like?
Oh,
Jennifer. His name is Jennifer. Speaking of Jenny Lewis is here today. How you doing, Jenny? Jenny Lewis, look at you. You're all dressed up for us, have you?
First time in 2 months.
Oh my goodness, Jenny, I've been such a fan of yours. Can I do my interview with you as my new guy named, what's his name?
Philip?
What is his name?
Jennifer.
We're trying to find out. His name is Jennifer.
Oh, Jennifer.
Yes.
It could be Philip.
His name is Jennifer. I know my mum, I was recently changed my name to Jennifer. How are you doing today, Jenny?
Oh, pretty good, Jennifer. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. I'm so glad you're doing this. It's such an honor to have you. You know, we've done this live business before, haven't we?
We have. For three hours.
I know. And let me just, let me transition to Tim Heidecker here for a second. Let me just get out of character. Yeah, I am. Just me, good old Tim.
I'm like Dylan.
My original, Jenny came to me whenever it was 25 years ago we did that? When was that? It was a long time ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while.
I said, if we want to, you actually said, let's do a Jenny Lewis telethon, which is a great pun for us pun lovers of the Jerry Lewis telethon. Was that the original idea?
Tim,
Or
actually,
it was not.
I asked you to do a music video via email through our friend Pierre,
Right.
a mutual friend. He gave me your email. I assume without asking you if that was
No,
cool.
he actually did. He said,
Oh, he did. Okay. Solid guy. So I hit Tim up and asked him to do a video, and his response was, I fucking hate videos. How about we do a 12-hour telethon?
yeah. And you said, let's do it.
I said, let's do it. And I sort of was prepared in my mind mentally for 12 hours. And then as the time got closer, we all agreed upon 3 being all we could manage.
I still think, it all came down to money. Like, you know, if we had no restrictions on budget, I think it would have been fun just to do it, to go for it. But it is the reality of doing it. It's impressive. Jerry Lewis, when he would do those telethons, I mean, or any telethon, it is an impressive feat to just go and go and go and have everything kind of work.
For example.
What's that?
Have you seen the Chabad telethon?
Yeah.
Chabad. Like somehow they got Bob Dylan.
I know.
That's some of the most classic footage on YouTube.
I mean, we had a star-studded affair that night. We had Beck, we had Jeff Goldblum, Jason Schwartzman. Who else? I mean, the guy from
Vanessa Bayer.
Vanessa Bayer, Jim James. It was a lot of fun. I love doing live. That's why I'm doing this show. Mac DeMarco. I love doing live work. I'm like Dylan. I love doing. See, I beat you to it. So how are you holding up? Anyways, I see you've been doing Instagram lives, which has been lovely, and I've been enjoying them when I happen to be looking at my phone.
Thank you. I've been solo quarantining, so the Instagram live has been just kind of my one little connection to people, because I found that over the last 2 months, people are kind of worse about getting back to you. No one wants to FaceTime anymore.
I know.
I can't get anyone on the FaceTime.
I know. They've forgotten about us.
It's weird.
I had a good friend.
About us.
I had a good friend write and say, "We miss you guys," and I was like, "Yeah, I know. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?" Let me ask you: have you had to cancel? Because I talked to you. You were on our Thank you very much for doing our Beatles podcast a few weeks ago. But you had just been like a road warrior the past few years, from what I could tell. You've been like constantly touring all over the place. So in my mind, I thought, well, maybe this timed out luckily for you, where you are not, canceling shows. Did you have to cancel shows?
I am still waiting to hear, but assuming, yes. I had a tour this summer and haven't heard yet, so assuming that's not going to happen.
No. But I understand you don't want to make any you don't want to break any news on the show today. That's for sure. You want to keep things open as possibilities go. Anything can happen.
If there was anywhere I would want to break news.
Oh, thank you. I asked
it's not my tour. I'm opening, so thus.
Oh wait, who are you opening for?
Stones?
The Stones?
For Mr. Harry Styles.
Oh right. Right, Harry Styles. That would have been fun.
No, it would have been so fun.
I mean, what do you think those style? What do you? How do you think those style heads would be like playing for before him? Play us a song.
Well, Tim, I kind of already did. Did anyone hear that, or should I just do it again?
No, you have to do it again. That was your warm up. You got.
Well, the Zoomers heard her.
Okay, good.
I don't care about the Zoomers. Let them all rock.
I'm just clarifying for Jenny. She wasn't playing to no one.
Warning you with peace and love.
The Zoomers heard it, but that's not my audience. I'm talking about the people out there, the millions that are listening. So, without further ado, I'll just pretend I'm Stephen Colbert. Well, if I was Stephen Colbert, I'd be trying to join in with you the whole time.
You got to have the record, and you put it on the desk, and you.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Ms. Jenny Lewis.
I went to a cobbler to fix a hole in my shoe. He took one look at my face and said, I can fix that hole in you. I beg your pardon, I'm not looking for a cure. I've seen enough of my friends in the depths of the God-sick blues. And you know that I'm a liar.
I could kind of do it.
You know that I'm a liar. Nobody helps a liar. Nobody helps a liar. 'Cause I've been down to Dixie and dropped acid on my tongue. Tripped upon the land till enough was enough. I was a little bit lighter, an adventure on my sleeve. I was a little drunk and looking for company. So I found myself a sweetheart with the softest of hands. We were unlucky in love, but I'd do it all again. We built ourselves a fire. We built ourselves a fire. You know I am alive. You know that I'm alive. And you don't know what I've done.
Yeah!
And by the rolling river is exactly where I was. There was no snake or cure, unlucky in love. To be lonely is a habit, like smoking or taking drugs. And I've quit them both, but man, was it rough. And now I am tired. It just made me tired. Let's build ourselves a fire. Let's build ourselves a fire.
Yeah. Thank you, Jenny. Where's the applause? Damn it. How strange.
Thank you.
That takes a lot of, it's so hard to play in a vacuum, isn't it? I mean, but your voice is unbelievable. It's one of my favorite songs. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Tim.
All right.
Thanks for having me. I'm a big fan of the show.
All right, Jenny, we'll talk to you later. You're a friend of the show now.
Okay.
You've
Thanks.
always been. Bye. I can't see. You can't see me, but.
Bye.
All right. That was the great Jenny Lewis. That's the office hours for May 14th, 2020. Join us in the After Hours Lounge by joining patreon.com/Office Hours Live. Thank you to Robert Popper, Billy West, Jason Dill, Jenny Lewis, Alfonso Pacino, and your beautiful, wonderful calls. We're going to be taking all calls all hour for the next half hour.
Love you. We'll see you next week.
Join us there in the Zoom. We'll be there shortly. Thank you, everybody.
I do not sing what I believe. I only give them facts. If they believe
I'm real comedian.
Otherwise, it still will have it.
I'm real comedian.
Yes. Yes.